There is guidelines to tithing. Tithing is different from offering. Tithing is 10%. It doesn't come with you assuming for God for where to pay it to. If God has not appointed a pastor for you to be paying it to, pay it to your church. There is no other guideline for tithing more than that. I've heard people use tithe to fill the purpose of offering and say it is the same thing. You are getting it wrong. The higher you want to climb, the more you invest in this kingdom. I mean the kingdom of Jesus. And part of the way you climb higher is paying tithe. That 10%, it is compulsory, even if it is not necessary. Do not forget, I said the higher you want to climb. That being said, those who are using tithe to replace the role of offering, check it out. How has your life still been till now? Part of the guideline for tithing is pay to the church till God give you the pastor, the appointed pastor you have to pay to. God gave Abraham Melchizedek to pay his own 10% to. Until you get instruction of such, continue to pay to the church. Hebrews chapter 7 verse 1 to 2. This Melchizedek was king of Salem and priest of God Most High. He met Abraham returning from the feet of kings and blessed him. And Abraham gave him a tenth of everything. Abraham gave his 10% all to Melchizedek to confirm that it is God that appointed Melchizedek to collect the tithe from Abraham. There was blessing for Abraham paying to Melchizedek. Hebrews chapter 7 verse 7. And without doubt, the lesser person is blessed by the greater for paying the tithe. Without doubt, everyone who paid was blessed, which include Abraham. Now to find out that Melchizedek is not even included to who the law states that they must be part of who have the right to collect tithe. Hebrews chapter 7 verse 5. Now the law requires descendant of Levi who became priest to collect a tenth from the people, meaning only people from Levi have the right to collect tithe. Just as how we only have right to pay our tithe to church this day. Now in Hebrews 7 verse 6, he says, this man, however, did not trace his descendants from Levi, yet he collected a tenth from Abraham and blessed him who had the promises. So here is something to question ourselves about. How come Melchizedek collected the tithe, and after he collected it, Abraham got blessed for paying it to Melchizedek? That is to affirm that it was God involved in instructing Abraham to pay to Melchizedek, because there's actually an initial law to pay to the Levi. According to the rule of the Bible, pay your tithe to the church until God now assign a prophet to you personally to always pay the tithe to. Just like Jesus assigned Melchizedek for Abraham. If you haven't gotten that instruction, pay your tithe to the church. And here's something to know. If tithing can be broken down this long, that is supposed to tell us that it has a very big function. So therefore, for you still not paying your tithe, it is meaning you are losing a bigger blessing behind that instruction. If you have not been paying it, start paying it onward. From paying it is where you will now know other instructions that need to be followed. Probably you are supposed to keep paying to the church you are worshiping, or God has assigned a different prophet for you to pay for elsewhere. Do not forget again, it is different from the role of offering. Tithing, you will remove it 10% on its own to pay. You can also be participating in other programs in the church, but tithing is always removed separately. Those who are actively involved in it are actually seeing its result. Be a part of it to experience it. The grace of Jesus shall follow you to do this will, because once you do it, you will see the great reward and benefit behind it. Try it and see. Subscribe, follow, like, share from biblical teachings like this. I'm Alagba Rainbow, son of Daddy Ezekiel of Grace Elayang. Stay blessed.